poppin' guys, Sizzyl here, and this is a video that will just cost more money and be harder to do as time goes on, so I figured I'd make it now, and that is, of course, a video opening every single case in TF2, and this is all of them, this is all the cases, this is all the keys. This video, making it, today, December 7th, 2023, I think it cost me somewhere between $150 and $200. I didn't really write it all down and keep it specific, but it's pretty expensive. I just wanted to be able to say I opened every case in the game before, some of these cases become a little bit too expensive. And the reason I specify case is because these are cases, right? They're the current, like everything from 2016 onward pretty much is considered a case. You can see case. And old stuff is considered crates. Even this is a case. These are all cases. If I look somewhere around here, I should have... Yeah, right. Manco Supply Munition Series, right? Manco Supply Crate. And that's the big difference. Also, another difference is crates can't get you new unusual effects. Only cases can. So that's part of why I'm doing this right now during Christmas. So I can maybe get a limited time effect. And a little extra thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to talk about things in them. Like as I open them, at least things that I remember, right? So right here, pretty sure, Pyro the Flame Deer head prize, that's like really common furry cosmetics, but beyond that, I don't really know. A lot of those are not exactly great. But yeah, without further ado, we have a lot to go through, so I'm going to slowly make my way through everything. Like I said, this is during Smith, so we get Smith unusual effects if we happen to get one. But considering an unusual is about like 1 in 100 if you roll a hat, and considering every item in here is not a hat, some of them are coats and stuff, and some of them are myths. I think we have about a 1 in 200 chance of even getting an unusual, and that's in our total of like 50 crates, give or take. It's like just under 50. It's what 42, I think that is. Yeah, 42 crates. Right, and we basically have like, I don't know, 1 in 5 chance of even getting an unusual from something that cost me $200 to do. With all that stalling out of the way, it's finally time to get started. And I'm gonna get started with the hats. I'm gonna get started with the war paints, because war paints are stuff I know way less about. Like looking through all this stuff, the only one I think I know at all is from here, right? Summer 2023, they had a thing called Steel Brushed, and that looks really cool. Beyond that, though, I know nothing about any of the war paint stuff. I don't even know if what I unbox is going to be good or expensive, so I could even roll something good and not really know it. Let's start with the cheapest one and make our way up. Right, so we have these ones. They're from the contracts. They're like a few cents a piece. Yeah, here we go. This is this crate number 1. Case number 1. Yeah, Civic Duty MK2. It's like, what, 5 cents? The unfortunate part also is all this stuff that I unbox is going to go into random pages. It's going to be hard to see all of it after the fact. Small Town Bring Down looks like the exact same thing. And we're just going to make our way through this stuff. These specific 6 cases are so incredibly cheap that it's not even worth mentioning them. This is a nicer unbox though. Macabre Web MK2. I mean, it's really scratched up and then clearly poor quality, but at least it's kind of unique. Let's keep going. The decorated, there's 2 differences, by the way, between these 6. They might look like they have the same icons, but they give you different things. Blade Pot Shutter. You can see here, this is Contract Campaigner, and this is Decorated War Hero. They're both available from the same thing, but you can see they have different things, right? Different purples, different blues. And that's also the case for the stuff we unboxed before, different light blue, different grays, and only the lowest grade cases can give you grays and light blues. The higher up you go, the higher rarity you're guaranteed. This one actually seems to be in decent condition, I guess, so that's something. I probably should have done a little bit more research into what we can get from some of this stuff, like what the good stuff is, because I could probably be getting something good and not even realizing it. Although I'm pretty sure higher rarity generally means more. And also, for the rest of these, so those could not have an unusual in them. That's part of why they're so cheap and no one really cares about them. Every other case left here can have 1 of 3 unusual effects. We can either get hot, cold, or isotope, which is like a glowing red on the front, a glowing blue on the front, and a glowing green on the front. The green is isotope, cool is blue, and then hot is red. But yeah, I don't remember which of these were expensive, but the stuff here on the right is generally way more expensive than the one on the left, although I think the 2017 war paste, and for some reason there was no 2018 one. It's kind of really weird. 2017, 2019, 2020, but not 2023, not 2021, not 2022, and not 2018. I don't really know what that's all about. They seem to do them pretty consistently during Halloween now. I think that's what happens. They transition, and now they do summer ones too. This is the first and only one. Yeah, let's go from the bottom up. I think the Scream Fortress ones are the cheaper ones. This one just came out, so it's pretty cheap. These are kind of cheap. I know this one was like $8 on its own, but I know one or two of these was also. Yeah, let's go. What's this one? Scream Fortress 12. I don't know Warpaint, so I don't know what I'm excited for here. This is just to do it. This is like a checklist item. It's a bucket list item. We got a purple, but it doesn't really look great. Spiders cluster. I'll look at all these at the end. There'll be like a little review of everything I got. I'll have the timestamps probably, if I remember to add them, or at least timestamps for that. We got Spirit of Halloween, looks kind of bad, and then we get what? Okay, a bonus strange part. Sure, I didn't know you could just get those from Warpaint cases, but I'm fine with that. Now you'll also notice this one's not tradable, and that's because I got it during the event, but whatever you unbox from it will be tradable, so that might answer a question that a few of you might have had. I also didn't really say verbally what that last case was, but I at least showed it. So that's 14, this is 13, so I guess that was 11 that we just opened. Yeah, let's do 13. This one at least seems like complex, but it doesn't look like it's particularly good, and it is a blue, so that's not too great. Then we got another bonus item. We got a free tour duty ticket. That's actually pretty nice. Another item. This Warpaint I know somewhat controversial. People don't like how basic it is and how bad it looks on blue and red, I think. I don't remember. And then we get a free gift to pull too, sure. I didn't know you get all the extra stuff with Warpaints too. But that's all of the Halloween ones. Let's go do the summer one, the one and only summer Warpaint case. See what we get from here. That's a really clean looking bomb carrier, but that's not a particularly good skin, I don't think. At least for me personally. And let's go backward on the winter ones. All right, we get 2020. Boom. We get another bonus item, that's nice. Paint, sure. Why not? I think I saw a blue text. Oh boy, Snowflake Swirled. And it's like hella scratched up. It does have blood splatters though, and that's something I guess to point out. Some like TF2 skins have just like scrapes. Some of them have the rare chance of, well, not rare, but chance of having blood splatters, and they're all randomized and stuff. Let's do 2019. Winner. See what we get from here. This is like a pristine frost ornamented. This is probably factory new if I had to guess. Like, I don't see a single scratch on this. I'm just curious. I know they'll get rid of the, I know it will get rid of the new tag, but I'm just curious. Yeah, it is factory new. Yeah, decent, I guess. I'll try to even calculate what everything's worth after we unbox everything. We'll see what that is all about. And here's the 2017 one. I think this case was like $8 because people love a lot of the stuff from here. Ones I've definitely heard of before is Damascus and Mahogany, which is a blue. But I know people really like that. And then I don't actually know if they like anything beyond that, but I know Damascus and Mahogany is like one of the most liked word paints ever. So I'm very curious to see how this goes. You get a bonus item. And it's not the word paint we wanted, I'll be real. That blue. For like an $8 case, not too great. Even if we do get a 5-cent strange count transfer thing and like another strange part, I don't really know what any of those are worth. Now we have these ones remaining. I don't really remember where a lot of these come from. I do know these two, I think, Infernal Reward and Jungle Jackpot, are from the current contract. I think Concealed Killer and Warbird were from the previous, and then I think Powerhouse and Pyroland are the oldest, which you can kind of tell that these are new ones because these just say Warpaint in them, and these all give specific weapons, right? And that's obviously a thing. Yeah, let's go see what we can do here. Let's open up the just basic Warpaints first. Not really. I'm not genuinely not sure what I'm expecting here. Oh, pink Dream Pipes. Kind of looks bad though. I'll be real. But the case itself is like $1 because it only comes from. Oh my god, what did I say, man? The case itself is like $1. We spend what, $3.50 on that? That's worth at least $3.50. It might be the first time we broke even on any of these. Tiger buff looks pretty generic and whatever. Alright, that was like the war paints. Now we're on to specific weapons. They give you very specific weapons. It'd be cool if we got like an unusual one of these or something, but I don't know. Okay, just generic Night Owl sniper rifle. It's probably not worth too much. Manco supply crate ticket. Supply crate ticket, yeah, that's it. You got that down. Mentor duty ticket. I don't know why. I was thinking of the keys, I guess. We got the tough break key for the Warbird case. You can see it's the tough break key because that's the collection it was from, I guess. I think the other ones had specific keys designated to them. Okay, we got a strange blue, but it looks really bad. It's probably worth a few cents. Strange Blitzkrieg revolver. Interesting. We got Powerhouse and Pyroland remaining. I don't know which of these is worth more. I'm assuming it'd be this one, but I don't remember. I think Pyroland actually might be worth more because Fire players are all multi-millionaires. Let's open up the Pyroland one. You can see this one also using a tough break key, so I think I went out of order. Like, which one does this use? Yeah, this one uses gunmetal. So the one I just talked about last and this one came together, and then this and I think the contract one, I don't know, whatever was down here in this slot, they came earlier. This came earlier. Gunmetal was before tough break, I'm pretty sure. Or it's vice versa. It's been a minute. I didn't really think to research stuff like this. Probably should have for the video. Okay, we got the yellow paint and brain candy minigun. I mean, it's definitely scratched to hell and back, but actually it looks pretty cool. The way that the cameras apply and all that looks okay. Definitely not great. That's okay, I guess. It's a blue though, so it's not gonna be worth anything. I'm definitely not gonna really use war paints much. And then lightning rod shotgun. Scratched up a bunch, so I don't think we got anything decent out of all this, and we could go hover over all the different rarities just to see. I mean, this is definitely probably the best thing we got. Field tested pink. There's some min wear, I guess. We got like a few other random things. Field tested, well worn, field tested. Yeah, field tested. Factory new, I guess. Frost ornament. Yeah, that's the one I said. We already looked at that one. Field tested. Factory new, really. Oh, it's from summer 2023, so it's gonna be worth a few cents. Field tested. Minware. A lot of field tested. Factory new here of all places. This is kind of pointless. These cases were like 20 cents a piece, so whatever. Well worn. No battle scarred though. Is battle scarred not a thing in this? And this is from earlier. I don't know why I went to go hover over that. But since we only have 2 slots down there, I'm gonna go fill them temporarily with these Halloween items so that the new hats and stuff all drop on this page, which would be convenient to reach. But yeah, you can see a bunch of keys have now disappeared from what we had before. I guess I could have hovered over all of them to kind of show off what they were, but this is literally every single case that exists at the moment. So I can have a video saying I did all that. But yeah. Then the question of what we want to do here. I really don't know where to get started here. I do know all the stuff in this bottom right corner, including especially this gargoyle case, are the most expensive of all the stuff I bought. I think these two were $10 a piece. Right, so they're very expensive. So we'll probably do winter, then summer, and then I'll figure out what I do with everything else. Yeah, let's get started. The winter 2016 case, a pretty unique case in that it doesn't need a key. You'll notice every other one here does not have a 1 up there. This has a 1 because it's an unlocked case. I don't know why this specific one was unlocked. It is very unique in that aspect. You can see we have a few hats in there. The really notable ones are the Head Prize and Pyro the Flame Deer. Those are the Pyro furry hats that a lot of Pyros really like. Everything else in here is stuff like the brain warming wear. And just all the random other things like the woolen warmer and stuff people don't really care too much about. And I don't really know anything about the reds. We could inspect, I think, to see. Hey, there you go. You can see all the different hats. You can see the head prize. A lot of pyros will kill for the head prize, like their favorite hat. Pyro Flame Deer, some of them like. Yeah, this bomb beanie is kind of shit for demo. This thing I think is all class at least. The Woolen Wormer. Alpha Steam, very bad. Demo hats. A lot of other stuff. They're just backpacks and stuff. This is a really bad spy hat. And yeah, those are all the hats. I mean, Bomber Knight and Snowman would be dope. Any red with an unusual effect is like worth a lot, even if it's bad. But yeah, here we go. Winter 2016 Cosmetic case going away forever. At least this one is. Got multi-items on this one. But we did get a backpack item, so no unusual even possible. Another tour duty ticket, which I guess is kind of nice. 2017 case. What do we have in here? Hungover Hero, some people like, because it's like Frozen for Demo Man. I think this one's actually a miss, not a hat. I don't actually know if the hints of Hitman can be unusual. Cat's Pajamas, I think, is also one. Weirdly enough, yet again, loved by fire players. Cold Front Commander, I know, is a very well liked hat. I mean, you look like a stormtrooper, looks sick. The Puffy Polar Cap, I think, is all class. Polar Bear, I think, is heavy only. Brass Bucket, I think, is soldier. You could say even have this for sniper. It's like a puffy coat for him. And then this is all class Cardboard Companion, but the hat itself is kind of whatever. The Trucker's Topper. You can also see there's unusual effects down here, but we can't get any of these, I don't think, unless these are the new effects, but I actually think they are. These are the 2023 Smith's unusual effects that I could be unboxing. I can't get any of the normal effects. Like if I go on this one and I inspect here, normally there's some Halloween specific effects, but you can see they've all been replaced. And for most cases, outside of specifically, I think these two, because they can have Nebula, and I think also the Gargoyle case, because it can have very well like stuff like Eldritch Opening and Death by Disco. Outside of that, it's better to open most cases during an event like this. But let's go with the Winter 2017 case. See where that gets us. It had special noises, which I guess is nice, but we got the Strange Pocket Santa, which worth like nothing. Let's open up the 2018 one next. What do we got here? Breadheads, this one's all class, I think. Millennial Merc, I don't think is... No, that one's a hat. Dumbbell, I think, is a hat for soldier. I don't remember. The cool capuchon, I guess, for heavy. Climbing Commander for soldier. Crackpot for soldier. This is like one of the cheapest hats out there for most effects because it looks pretty bad, but you can get some cheap unusuals that way. Snowcapped for medic. That's a pretty decent looking one. And then Mighty Mire also for medic. I mean, we're not going to really hit any of them, but just thought I'd run through what each of these have. There you go, we got the non-unusual Crackpot. It just exists for fun. We got Winter 2019. I think this is when it started to go downhill. Candy Crown, pretty bad. Provisions Cap, I think this for NG specifically, but it also doesn't look particularly great. Miss Saxton is all class and looks amazing. I would love to have one of these, even just non-unusual would be nice. Winter Wrap Up for Sniper. Spiky Viking demo. Bumble Beanie all class. Yule Hog all class. Missing Piece Sniper. It's like a Where's Waldo type thing. Citizens Kane's all class. So this one has a lot of all class hats and stuff available. Even if they are generally not liked, just getting one with an effect could be nice, just because it's all class. We got the Sniper one, and it's not unusual. And Giftapult, which is worth a fraction of a cent. 2020, we got a few other items. This is when it went really bad. Howling Pilot Presents, really not liked hat. Looks like really bad, extremely rare though because it's red. Helm is a ship on the demo's head. It looks really weird. Roundabout, forgot whose head this goes on, but I think this one might even be a backpack item. Towering Pillar Beanies, I think this one was all class. I don't remember a lot of these. Blitz and Boy I think is all class, like a robo version of what they had previously, which looks pretty bad. Like the original version of this hat, the Caribou or whatever, looked pretty bad, and that looks somehow worse. Miss Sorcerer is like a Crone's Dome Christmas version, so that would be nice. This is an all-class hat. And this is a heavy hat. This is the Medic's elf hat. Like most classes have some kind of elf hat. The Jolly Jingler, also an all-class hat. I don't think this one can be unusual. I think it's a misc. This one, I think, is Pyro. And this one is all-class. Shoestring Santa is actually decent-looking all-class, in my opinion. Like, comes with the beard and the hat like that. Actually looks okay. Killing Tree, also all-class. So this one has a shit ton of, not only hats, but all-class hats. A lot of them look pretty bad, though. But it would still be nice to get them. I don't really have anything else to say about all that. Let's go see what we get. Andy Cantlers, not great at all. I guess we got some nice paint at least. We are getting a lot of paint with this stuff. I didn't realize how much paint you got from unboxing. But 2021, we got the Oh Dear. I don't think this one can be unusual. At Chocolate can be unusual. I think it's all class. Jolly Jester, I think is Spy only. Mary Cone, I think is all class. I think this one's also all class. I don't know if that even counts as a hat, but it's for Pyro. This is a hat for NG. He just puts a train on his head. It's very, very weird. This one's all class, the Festibrero. Gnome Dome, I think it's also all class. Either that or it's just NG. Can't really remember. Gift Cracker is actually a very nice looking all class. Like, most of the stuff in here is questionable, like a train on the head makes no sense. But the Gift Crafter, not Gift Catcher, actually looks great, and I think is also all class. That would be great to get. And everything else here is just kind of exists. Mushenka, I think, is for heavy. Elf Defense for soldier. And Festive Killer for spy. A lot of bad looking stuff there, but one or two nice looking things. And there are just a lot of hats. I mean, like I said, anytime you hit a hat, it's a 1 in 100 of getting an unusual. Anything else, it's just not even possible. Festivizers are always nice to get. You can apply them to weapons to make them festive. And we got the bandana, which literally could not be unusual. And also just doesn't look that great. We got the 2022 one. I think this is where, yeah, Festive Rack looks awful. Trapper Flap, I don't know if that's class specific or all class, but it's red, we're not going to hit it. Colonel Kringle looks amazing. Really good looking Santa hat, I think it's all class. A lot of non-hats here, as you can tell. Frostbite Bun, I think that's for Spy. This is for Demo. Blade Lead. All Reliable, I think it's Med. I might be wrong on that. I haven't seen a lot of this stuff, to be fair. This one I know is for Medic, the Oktoberfest. Looks pretty good, but it is blue. Bull Bonnet, another very cheap hat for soldiers, like one of the worst soldier unusuals you could get. But it can be unusual, which is something. Arctic Mole for NG. Soft Hard Hat also for NG, and the Lumber Cap, which I think is also maybe NG specific. Either that or it's all class, I don't remember. Either way, the hats in this one are all generally disappointing. I don't think there's like a single, outside of the Oktoberfest, there's not really anything great. And there's also just a lot of non-hats, like the Infiltrator's installation here for Spy, not Sniper. I was going to say Sniper, and I corrected myself halfway through. Winter 2023, what do we got here? The Beanie, Borders Beanie, I think this one's all-class multiple style. Like this one just came out. It is all-class multiple style. This one is Sniper only. It looks absolutely amazing. I mean, it's the beard and the hat. The Mist for Pyro. This thing's for Scout. Looks pretty good. This one's also all-class, and on some classes it gives you a monocle, so that's pretty cool. This is for Medic. It has all the stuff you see. The hat, the headphones, the mustache, and the glasses all in one. And I think the scarf. I didn't even notice it had one. All looks really good. We got this for NG. I'm still confused as to what this entails. Like the workshop thing for this didn't really show well what it has, and this just came out today, so there's no like visual either. So I don't really know what this is, but it at least has the hair, which is okay. The trench coat and stuff. Cozy cover up, also very nice. This one's for Soldier. It's got multiple styles too. Looks pretty cool. This one was for Demo, the nightcap. This one's for Spy, overt covers. This one is Pyro. This one is heavy. And yeah, they were all pretty good looking cosmetics. We'll see if we get one as an unusual. Highly doubt it, but if we do, I'm probably going to actually try to sell it right away while it's expensive. Yeah, Sleuth Suit. That's probably one of the worst things you could have gotten there. Anyway, next up we have all the summer cases from 2019 to 2023. You'll also notice a lot of the other cases share similar design. That's just how it is. Like, this is Rainy Day, Blue Moon, Unleash the Beast, Abominable, Mayflower. Tough Break doesn't have one, but it has something kind of in the same place, and Gunmetal same, doesn't have one. But like, all these earlier updates all just had the same basic case with wrench design. I don't really know what that was all about. They'll probably go with all the case with wrenches right now. Summer 2019, Beastbreaker, that's something. Texas Toast is all class. Beastbreaker, I think, is Soldier. But like, the reds you almost never see in game because they're so rare. Bare Necessities, I think, is heavy. This one's demo, but I think it's just a beard. I don't think it's a hat. Bobby Bonnet, I don't even remember what class that's for, to be honest. This one's for Soldier, it looks really bad. Scout, pretty decent looking one. And this one's for Spy, it's okay. This one's for Pyro. And I think this one's heavy. There's just not many hats in this one. We got a Scout, generic one. We have an Engineer one that looks pretty good. Brain interface, actually one of the better looking things, and it just happens to be from here. And the Dancing Doe here was at the time that this released in 2019, based off the meme of Ricardo Milos. You can look him up if you want. And yeah, let's see what we get. Not too excited to get anything really from here, to be honest with you. It's all very generic stuff, so whatever. 2020 summer case. You can see I even have a few of these. I made myself some Hypnoizes and a Bread Crab. I have both of those. Bread Crab, really rare all class. It looks kind of iffy though. Flame Hawk, Pyro, Hawk Warrior for Soldier. And we got, that's not a hat. We got Breach and Bomb for Soldier. Hazard Headgear, I forgot who this is for. Maybe Medic? I don't actually know. I don't know who that's for. Firefighter for Pyro, actually pretty good looking thing. Self-Care is pretty decent as well. That's like an all class, but it's a misc. This one's a really cheap Soldier Unusual yet again, because it looks pretty bad. This one's a really cool Spy Crab Spy hat. I had an unusual one with Kaleidoscope for a while. This one's Scout, so like cap with glasses, very generic. This Sophisticated Smoker is a multi-class, not all class, but this is on Soldier, Heavy, Engineer, and there's like one other class. I don't know who else. Oh, Demo. Soldier, Demo, Heavy, Engineer. The four of them can wear this, and it has like a smoke effect and everything. It's pretty dope. And then, yeah, this is a mini sentry on the Engineer's head. It doesn't actually look that great. Yeah, let's go open up. Summer 2022. What you gonna give us? Jarmament. That's just another miss. Summer 2021. What we got here? This thing I think is all class, but looks awful. Banisher, I think also all class. Cretaceous Cow, Spy, fast food, backpack item. Snack Sack is for heavy, very bugged hat with a lot of unusual effects. Then we have... what else do we have? Yeah, then there's not a lot of hats for a while. Then we have the Real Fly hat for Pyro, Fry Batter for Scout, Wild Brim Slouch for Sniper, Rim of Fire for Pyro, Roaming Roman for Soldier, and the 1,000 Yard Stare also for Soldier. So like all the blues are hats, which means we actually have a decent chance of getting at least a hat from this one, and then everything above blue generally is not a hat. Who the pinks are, I guess. But they all look pretty bad in high rarities. All the low rarity stuff looks okay, generally. But yeah, I wouldn't really hope. If I had an unusual, I wouldn't hope it's from here. We found like the one blue that's not a hat. This is a mist for heavy. I'm pretty sure. I don't think that is a hat. If it is, I just didn't know. 2022, Decorated Veteran, all class fedora with multiple styles. Actually really sick. This is for Spy, to Toad with a cigar on his head. This one's for Demo. What else we got? Soda Cap for Med. This is for Heavy. Then this one is for Soldier. It's based on Lupin the Third. Bond Maker is for Engineer. Boston Rainbow Kit for Scout. This is all class, the Undercover Brawly. It looks awful, but it is all class. Hawaiian Hunter is Sniper, I believe. And then Throttlehead for Scout. And that's that. There's some decent looking stuff in here, but there's a lot of like myths and stuff, so I'm not too hopeful with this one. We got Gift Wrap, which is 20 cents, 30 cents, and we got the Lawn Maker, so at least we got a hat. We had a chance of it being unusual, but we didn't hit it. And to be fair, there probably won't be an unusual in here, but I can still hope. Our final summer specific one was actually pretty decent if I remember. Full Metal, I think that's all class. Cranium Cooler for Engineer. Flame Warrior for Pyro. Cranium Cover, I think this is Engineer. Brother Man is a misc. You'd think it'd be a hat, it's a misc. It can be worn with hats and stuff, it's actually dope. I think I have one because I use it. Cleaner's Cap for Spy. This one's for Soldier. This one is for Engineer. What was the other one for then? This might be Demo then, and I think this one's Engineer. This is... I don't remember what this is from referencing, but this one is for Soldier. This one's Pyro. And then this one is Scout. This one is yet again Demo. Looks pretty bad though. And that's that. A lot of missing stuff. I'm not too hopeful with this one either. But we'll see. We'll see what we can get. We got second Bushman. I actually have one of these just equipped on Sniper. It's a miss. Then we have Rainy Day. These haven't dropped for a while either. Flash of Inspiration for NG. Combos with a few things like an Einstein head. Lightning Lid is like Flash for Scout. We got the Mario Plumber's Cap for Engineer. Like this is just a lot of they say inspiration. A lot of these were inspired by, but not exact copies of stuff, so it's not like copywritten. Like the Plumber Cap says E instead of M for Engineer. Legendary Lid is an all class. Looks really bad in my opinion. I had one for a bit. Archer Sterling for Sniper. Supposed to be one with like the Huntsman or whatever. But all the high grade stuff in here looks pretty solid. Like Flash of Inspiration looks pretty good in game. Lightning looks good. The Plumber's Cap is amazing. I think it actually, I don't know if it's Engineer only or all class, but I love how it looks. It's just actually really rare because it's a pink. Blast Defense is a notable thing because it is a quick switch cosmetic, which means you can wear it kind of like a misc by using a glitch. And they actually patch this glitch and then unpatch it, which means it's probably going to stay for a while at least. So these are actually worth a bunch because you can wear them as like a second unusual to combo modern effects. Field Practice for Medic, Warhood Heavy, and Airtight Arsonist for Pyro. I don't even know if this one's actually a hat though, I think it's a misc. Yeah, Blast Defense is 100% of what we're hoping for here. I mean, if we can get a Plumber's Cap or one of the two reds, that'd be sick too, and that might be worth more, but everything below that, like nothing comes close to the Blast Defense. And that's only a blue, so we could actually maybe get one. I mean, the hope is just any unusual at this point, but you know what I mean? We're just rolling every misc. And every time you roll a misc, you don't even have the chance of having an unusual. Like, you roll for the item first, then you roll for unusual. That's how it works. Anyway, Blue Moon, Robin Walker's nod to developer Robin Walker. None of those are hats. Fragproof Fragger is another one of those quick switch miscs where you can wear it with other stuff. People generally don't use this one though because it's rare, more expensive, and also looks pretty bad in comparison to the Blast Defense, but this is the other one for demo. That's actually worth a good amount if we get that. Starboard Crusader, the JoJo hat, I think it's for heavy. Burning Question, I don't remember who that's for. I'm assuming Spy. What else we got? Punk Pump for Scout, Head Hedge for Soldier and Sniper. It's a very weird crossover. Very rare to have that. Sky High Fly Guy, very cheap soldier hat, but I'm not really sure why. Like, it actually looks pretty good in my opinion in game. Doesn't look good in this preview, but like when wearing it actually goes okay. Undershop I think might be all class, I don't remember. And Antarctic Eyewear is a scout hat. Nothing in here particularly notable other than I guess was the frag proof even in here, I don't really know. Robin Walker's probably the worst red in the game because just added as like a nod to the developer. Head Hedge, if this had been unusual, would have been sick. It looks pretty solid, and like I said, it's multi-class, so that would have been good. But we just got a normal one. Unleash the Beast. What do we got here? Yeah, Scarf. Aztec Warrior, I think is for Pyro. I do that, or no, yeah, it's just Pyro. It goes with this set. Crit Cloak for Demo. Feathered Fiend for Pyro. Wait, no, this combos with that. Aztec Warrior might be all class then, but Feathered Fiend for Pyro. Batman's Field Cap, I think, is heavy. As weird as that is. Battle Boonie for Medic. And Commando Elites for Soldier, I think. I don't know that one for sure. Overall, though, nothing really crazy in here. Not really sure what I'm expecting. Manco ticket, Ordery ticket, not what I expected. Nor this thing, this random ass camo thing for Sniper, I think. That made the question of what do we want to do next. I guess we finish up the wrench ones while we're here. Let's go do the Abominable Cosmetic case. Where we got, what do we have? War Eagle, I think is for, I think this one's all classic actually, not just soldier only. This one is heavy. Honor and Darkness. I know this one's multi-class, but I forgot. No, I think this one's all class, not multi-class. I think this one's all class. Everyone can wear it. You could see a lot of just the nuke based stuff. You know, Duke Nukem for soldier. Shelmet also for soldier. And Pithy Professional all class. And those are like all the hats. I mean, I showed everything else on screen, but probably one of the hats. Yeah. That's all there's to say. Oh, I didn't even notice this one. Classy Capper, I think, is for Spy or Sniper, maybe. Mayflower. Is there anything special in here? I don't think so. And we got this, I think, it's for Sniper. I don't remember this. I don't remember a lot of the reds because you never see them, so I didn't really bother learning about them. This is not a hat. This one's for demo. This one, oh, Herald's Helm, very important item. It is Scout's Quick Switch Mesh. You can use this to wear with other hats. It actually looks really good with a lot of hats when you wear them together. So this one, if you can get this unusual, is worth a bunch. Gauze Gaze, also the same thing, but for Medic. I even have it equipped. I have a non-unusual one equipped with Medic. You can see Power Spike is a hat, and so is Gauze Gaze, but because of the glitch, I can wear them together, and they look really, really good. So it's very notable. Those items are both Quick Switch, which makes it actually a decent case to open. If you can manage to roll first a purple and then make it unusual, and then Air Dog is just a Scout unusual. But everything else here is like miss. All the common stuff are miss. A lot of the purples are miss. Even like some of the reds. One of the two reds are miss. But if you can roll one of those two purple hats, you're going to be in the green on that single case for sure. Got an Air Dog, unfortunate. I mean, it could have been unusual at least, but yeah. These ones were $10 a piece, but they're $10 a piece because normally, right, it says right there, contains invasion-themed unusual effects. Normally that's stuff like Nebula and stuff, which is sick. But if we go inspect right now, you can see Nebula is not on the list because we're in a Christmas event. So it's very important to recognize if you're opening this or this, both of these can have Nebula and really good effects that are worth a lot more than your casual, winter-specific ones. So it's very important to not open these at the wrong time. But we're going to start with this one of the two, because this one has the worst items. It's got, of all the stuff here, and these are weapons, so you can't even get them in unusual form. The Phononaut is all class, but can't be painted and looks awful. Hot Head Full of Hot Air is Pyro only, and also looks pretty awful. Granlian is not a hat, I think it's a mist for Spy. So in this entire thing, we got two hats. We got the Phononaut as a purple, Head Full of Hot Air is a blue, and then everything else is like not a hat, so chances are you're not getting an unusual effect from this. And even if you do, both the hats are very non-liked hats. Your goal here is generally to get one of the weapons, like the Capper, like I guess I just got. It's actually a decent thing that's worth a few keys. I think it pays off the case, because it's actually pretty desired reskin of the pistol. And then we have the Quarantine Collection case. This, if you want to open anything, open this one. We got Sucker Slug, it's for heavy. It is a hat, it's very rare. Corona Australis is the only quick switch miss for Sniper, which means you could combo it with other hats for sniper to get like custom unusual effects, like combos that you can't get otherwise. So it's really, really notable for that. Starduster's a miss. Geiger Counter is another weapon reskin. Looks really good though. Captain Spaceman, not anymore, but back when this released, you could get this in unusual as a misc, so it was worth a ton. You can't unbox this as an unusual anymore though, so it's not as cool as it used to be. Shooting Star, another weapon reskin. But the main thing to notice here is the Universal Translator. It's an all-class hat. It's the cheapest like all-class thing to get Nebula on. And for other effects, I mean, it's not going to be great if I get one of these effects on it, but at least it'll be all-class, and there are some things that can at least cover it up. But yeah, if I was opening normally trying to get Nebula, I would open here, because Corona Australia is worth a bunch, especially just any effect. Doesn't have to be Nebula. Sucker Slug, similar case, even though the hat is kind of weird. The Captain Spaceman used to be, but not anymore, but Universal Translator is actually decent looking and worth a decent amount a lot of the time, but don't open it during an event like the other one. Yeah, this is the Phobos filter, missed for Pyro, so we got nothing out of that. And yeah, while we're down here, let's finish off these two. Tough Break and Gunmetal. Start with Gunmetal first. Right here, Captain Cardbeard, all class, looks pretty bad, but it's red, so a lot of people like it. Potassium Bonnet, on the other hand, red, all class, a lot of people like it, worth a ton. And the unusuals are worth thousands of keys. I mean, this is probably the most desired red in the entire game, unless I'm forgetting something. Or unless there's like skins that are worth more. Sheriff Stetson, Engineer hat. We got the Bruce Bonnet demo hat. Got Medic hat, demo hat. Soldier hat. Heavy hat. And all the blues outside of Rotation Sensation, which is all class, all the blues are miss. So if you hit the Potassium Bonnet, even a non-unusual Potassium Bonnet, I think is worth like 70 keys at this point. So like, and the Cardboard Cutthroat, if you get this in unusual, is worth a bunch, but otherwise it's not really that desired, I don't think. Well, a lot of stuff in here is okay. I mean, Sheriff Stetson's alright. White Russian, actually pretty well liked heavy hat. There's other stuff in here. Rotation Sensation, actually really well liked all class hat. It actually looks pretty good with a lot of things. But mainly Potassium Bonnet is by far your goal. You can even just get a non-unusual one that can be worth more than a lot of the unusuals you'll get on other hats in here. Got Rotation, but it's not unusual. I don't know why I'm expecting one. I'm genuinely sitting here. I'm like, oh, any second I'll get one. Yeah, Tough Break. This is the one I opened a bunch back in the day. Very much regret doing that. Lost a bunch of money, like thousands of dollars doing that. We got Well Wrapped Hat, all class. We have the Chill Chulo, also all class. Then we have the Patriot Peak, also all class. We have, where is it? Hat to Kill For, Spy only. Berlin Brain Brawl, Medic only. The idea with this is that you have so many all class hats, right? All class, decent-ish, okay-ish hat. Chill Chulo, good looking all class, in my opinion. Patriot Peak, it's the modern day team captain. It's the one you get all the modern effects on, so it basically replaced it in terms of unboxed desirability. And then you just have the unfortunate Spy hat and Medic hat down here. I ended up getting the Spy one last time when I got unusual. I'm still sad about that. Let's go see what we got. Shin Shredders, that's a miss. Rest in peace. And another strange part. Sure. Now these are worth more in inverse order, so I'm going to take these all in inverse order, right, from most recent to the oldest. Right, so we have to start with the little waxed ones, and then this is going to be our final item right here, the Gargoyle case. It's worth a bunch. I think it's like a $7 thing. Mainly because, like I said, you can get those old school effects on pretty well-liked stuff. But let's go through in reverse order. So first we have this year's Halloween 2023 case. What did it have? Yeah, the Demonic Dome, I think it's an all-class thing. It doesn't really look that great in my opinion, but it is rare, so it's worth a good amount. Sightseer for a Sniper, looks great, actually amazing. Power Spike for Medic, this can actually also be an unusual because it's a full-on hat, and that is insane to me. I would love to have an unusual version of this, but they're just really pricey because it's a great hat, and then it's a greater unusual. So, you know, that's understandable. Dell Dynamic for Engineer looks awful, but at least it's a hat. Classic Criminal for Spy, that's something. Ludicrous Lunatic Lunin Fedora, all class, and it's nice just for that. Mean Captain is like a weird Halloween team captain, also all class, so it's actually decent. If I got that. Splitting Headache is a pyro hat, believe it or not. This is a hat, so that can be unusual. Thunderdome for demo. Looks pretty bad. I don't know why they keep adding like icky based hats for demo. They always look awful. And that's all the hats. Everything else is a miss. So yeah, if we get any of those hats, I mean all of them are pretty good. Especially in unusual form. Unfortunately, we got the non-unusual Mean Captain, but it's still an okay looking hat at least. And we got the paint as well. Maybe 2022, which is last year's. We have Omni-Man. This one is a hat. It's all class, I'm pretty sure. Propaniac. I think this one's for Pyro. I don't know if this counts as a hat. I've never seen this in my life, to be honest. The first time I'm seeing it. This one, I think is not a hat, but it's for demo. This one is a notable thing. It's a quick switch. Yet again, quick switch miss hat for Soldier. And this is the only quick switch miss for Soldier that you can get modern effects on. So it's really, really notable for that. Like Soldier mains, well, not Soldier mains, but people that like Soldier might get this hat if they want a specific new effect. So it's actually pretty nice if you happen to unbox it. I don't know if this is I'm assuming this is a hat for Medic. I don't know who this is for. Like I said, I haven't really looked at this case, but Dust Bowl Devil. Certainly a hat. I don't know what belongs to. Maybe we'll unbox him, we'll be able to see. Headhunter's Brim, I think, is for Sniper. Starlight Sorcerer, I really like this hat. It's all class. It looks great on pretty much every class. Nightbear Brim for Pyro. I think this is a hat for Heavy. This one is a hat for Soldier. It looks iffy. This one also a hat for Soldier. It looks pretty bad. Used to have one in usual form. And then the last one is, I don't know if this is a hat, but if it is, it's for NG. So a lot of decent-ish hats in there, and a lot of hats in general. Who knows, maybe we hit something. Highly doubt it, but worth the shot at least. And we got a misc. There weren't that many in there. We happened to get one. Unlucky. This is 2021. Towering Patch Pumpkins looks awful. This was just from that year when they had a lot of bad misc in the game. This is one of them. It is all class though, and red. Wandering Wraith is a Pyro quick switch miss. It works really well as a quick switch. A lot of people actually really like it. To get this in unusual, it's also worth a lot. Bone Cone, all class, like Chrome Dome lookalike. So we got second headwear, all class, looks awful, but it is all class hat. A Blaminamicum, a second Chrome Dome lookalike. I mean, it's just like a wizard hat. People generally like them. Bone Cone and Blaminamicon and Cronestone, they're all worth a good amount if you get something on them. Optical Nerve, Medic, hat, I believe. Beanie the All-Knowing, all class. Twisted Topper, all class. Spooky Head Bouncer, believe it or not, all class hat, not a misc. It should be a misc. It looks awful as a hat, but it is a hat. Hat Out of Hell, also all class hat. Death Stare, I think demo specific hat. Yeah. I think that's all the hats, but you can see there's a lot, not only hats in this one, lots of all class ones, so it's well liked for that only. Even if 90% of the all class ones look awful, it at least has a lot of them people like. And we somehow got one of the few things that wasn't an all class hat in there. Very unlucky. Then we have 2020, Wicked Windfall. What does this one have? This is another, yeah, Cronestone clone. Looks pretty bad, but it is a red, so it's going to be worth a lot if you get it. Wayfinder Engineer hat. Then I think this one is a hat, but I don't know if it's all class or what. I've never seen this in my life. Misfortune Fedora, I'm assuming this is all class. I don't actually know. I don't know what these are all for, but I think both of these are hats. Sir Pumpkinton, I think is all class. Looks pretty bad though. Then this one's a soldier hat, little raccoon. This one's also a soldier hat, looks awful. Yet again, very cheap, as a lot of the bad ones are for soldier. Seared Sorcerer, very good looking pyro hat. Wasn't the Handsome Devil in the last one as well? That's interesting. Hollowed Helm, I forgot if this is all class or sniper only. but it's also a hat. Handsome Handy Thing, also all class. Looks awful, but it is all class, and there's ways to make it work. King Carbide, on the other hand, makes every single character bald and is an all class. It looks awful, but can be unusual, I guess. And then here's the flavorful baggies, which are pyro pants that kind of break team recognition if you pay them the right way. I guess those exist. Yeah. Not too helpful for this case. This could... Oh, we got a pink at least. Could have probably been unusual. I guess now we gotta find out who wears that. Yeah, 2019, we got the Spooky Spoils case. Mr. Bones, a very expensive red. It really doesn't look that great in game. I think this is a misc for Pyro, not a hat. I don't even know what the fuck this is. I think it's a backpack item for Pyro. Never seen it in game. This is clearly a hat for someone, I think, but I don't know who. I genuinely don't. Rackman, I think, is for Soldier as a hat. And then, what else we got? Skullbearer, I think, all class. Voodoo Visor for Spy. The C.A.P.P.E.R for Soldier. That hat is all class and super generic looking. Mustachios Engineer. Convict Cap for Heavy. And yeah, that's all the hats. I mean, they're all pretty shit, to be honest. Outside of maybe Rackman for Soldier. Yeah, I think that's really all there's to say. I mean, some of these are nice, I guess, because they could be all class, and honestly, C.A.P.P.E.R looks solid on Soldier, but overall, a lot of stuff in this case is kind of just meh. And we got a miss, Fuel Injector. Then we have Violent Vermin, this is the 2018 Halloween case. We got the Lucky Cat hat, decent-ish all class. Defragmenting Hard hat, that's for Engineer, it actually looks pretty dope. I think it can be unusual as well. Quackers is a Pyro hat, can also be unusual. The Tank Top, very bad looking Soldier, unusual. Like this one's really cheap despite being a purple, as unusual. This thing makes demo fat, but it's not a hat, it's a misc. It's a pretty goofy looking misc that I've seen in game. Yeah, Deadbeats, I think this counts as a hat, unfortunately. I don't know why almost every headphone does, but I think they do. Forgot who they're for, though. I think they might be Spy. Man of War, Heavy. Her Fastest Handcraft, I think this one's a Scout. The Olympic, the Vampire Vanquisher is, I think it's like He-Man, like, inspired, and it's for Soldier. Highway Star, decent, actually looking for Sniper. And the Murderous Motif for the Spy. So a few options there for hats we can get with unusuals, but generally not really that great. And we got the Arachno Arsonist, which I don't think can be unusual because I think it's a misc. And our final one is the 2015. You'll notice there's no 16 or 17 for Halloween. I just think that they didn't have cases or something. I don't remember what happened there. But we got ourselves the 2015 Gargoyle case, which is extremely expensive because of the effects and the hats. So, first off, in red, hats, everyone loves these cats, so they're very well desired. There's like one or two post-life glitch spelled ones, and those are worth tons. Like, literally, that was, I think, the last one sold for like 12k. I don't know what the hell this is, to be honest with you. This is not well desired, but everything else in here generally is. I guess maybe there's more than I thought, but I think this is for Engineer. It's got like his, you know, like a face mask on a robot or something. I think that's a misc though. I think this one's for demo. I guess maybe just this is desired for this and also some of the blues. Neptune's Nightmare I think is Pyro. Death Racer's Helmet I think is for Scouts. I'm not 100% on that. Duck-billed Hadopus is all class. Prehistoric Pullover though, this is one of the most desired things in just unusual form. It is all class. It actually looks really good on most things. I used to have one with Eldritch Fire and it actually looked really good. This is generally why the case is expensive, is this item and the cats. Then we have Smoky Sombrero. I think this one was NG. And then the helmet for Soldier. So there's not many hats in here, but if you hit them, they're generally well liked. They're all pretty dope. And yeah, that's our final case. And we got the prehistoric pullover, but we didn't get an unusual one. So unfortunately, no unusuals from all this stuff. I mean, unboxing is bad. Really all there is to say. Also curious, what is this? So this one was all class. So if we'd gotten this unusual, it would have been actually decent. But yeah, that's every case in TF2 opens. And we got some things. Nothing really worth anything though. I don't know how this ended up over here, but it did. And yeah, that's really all there is to say. I hope y'all enjoyed this, I guess. Now I can say I've opened every case in the game, even if I got nothing out of it. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Hey, what's poppin', guys? Post-recording Sizzyl here, and I noticed I was missing one case. So I bought the case and I didn't actually open it. And that is the creepy Crawly case. And I'm going to very quickly go through every single one of my backpack pages so you can see what I can see, which is that it's not there. Right? It's not on screen at any point in any of these pages, and if it is, I guess I'm just blind. But you're looking for a red spider on top of a case, because all this stuff is new, it still takes a bit to load. But I not only have one, I have two of this case, neither of which are shown in my backpack at any point as far as I can tell. It looks like this exact design, except instead of purple, it's red. Which I figured meant like, oh, it's somewhere in these orange spiders, but it's not. Unless I'm just missing it, I do not see them. I don't see them on this page, not on any of these pages. Like nowhere along any of these cases do I see the red spider. I don't see the red spider here. I don't see them when I unboxed. I do have the key. I have the key nice and isolated on page 45 here. I did manage to find that post-recording. But I don't see the case on any of these pages, like at all, period. I don't know where they'd be. Like maybe I'm just blind, but I've now went with you through all 60 of my pages, and I don't see it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to type creepy, and you're going to see it right here. And I'm going to do inspect items so I can run through everything here. It actually has a lot of my favorite cosmetics in them, like cosmetics I really like. This one I don't really, but it's Pyro Hat. This one's an all-class crown, also don't like it. Luckily they're both red, so you'll never see them. Mohorn, I think this is a heavy hat. Pestering Jester, I think this is all-class. Toadstool Topper, I know this is all-class. Big Topper is Spy. I don't know if this cranium counts as an unusual hat. I don't think it does. I think it's a misc for someone. I don't know who. Bearded Bombing Pass, this one's for demo. Little Bitey, this one is actually an all-class, I think. I don't think it's scout-specific. I believe this one was made all-class. We have Cranial Partridone, which is for Pyro. It actually has a lot of cool effects on it, pretty cheap. This is from 2017, like it'll say somewhere on here. Maybe it won't. Or 2016, sorry. Halloween 2016 effects. Halloween 2017 is when they didn't have a case, but they had double unusual rates for all the new effects, which were, at the time, Starstorm Stumbler, like Neutron Star, Tesla Coil, like they were all really good effects, and you got a lot of them on these hats for that exact reason. And a lot of them are still pretty cheap with those effects. And then the other ones of notes is Wide Brim Bandito, which is Engineer, Nasty Norseman, which is also all class, and then the Wingman, which is for Scout. I used to own one of these with Tesla Coil on it. It was like 12 keys and it looks great. I think they're still pretty cheap. I'd recommend getting one if you haven't already. Yeah, you can see I have two of these somewhere. Like when I search them, I find them, but otherwise I can't find them. So I'm going to open the one that I had earlier. I bought this one just now, thinking that I didn't have one, and then I found that I did, so I'm going to have to resell this later or just hold on to it for a bit. And these are $5 a piece, which is crazy. But either way, I am sure I want to open this case. Let's see what we get. Probably nothing great. It's probably a large waste of time going and getting all this. Yep, that cannot be unusual. That was like another waste, like another $7. And then this is, I think it's the Halloween restricted Demo Man thing. Yeah, it is. Cool. That's just great. But yeah, there you go. That was the one crate I believe I was missing. If there's anything else, it's probably hidden in my backpack like that, but I don't think that's the case. I did a decent check through everything, and we did open a lot of stuff, so hopefully that was actually everything. If I go to like this one, we can see. This is just goggles for the medic. Makes him bold as well. But it doesn't count as a hat slot, so you got the prehistoric pullover clipping with this thing, but prehistoric pullover looks great. You can see it there. What else do we got? We got this elf-made bandana. It's kind of shit. Candy catchers, absolutely awful. What an awful headache set. But the pullover is a pretty cool hat, I will say. And yeah, that's all there is to it, and I actually hope you enjoyed for real this time. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.